we start out on a journey where the hero of the game is not the hero. Like, we play as Lloyd, who's just this boy, and he ends up joining the real journey of the game, which is held by Colette, who is the chosen one, literally. And so she has been tasked from on high to go restore the world, because the world is in a state of degeneration, and the world runs on this magic energy called mana, of course, and so the world's supply of mana is depleting rapidly, and so I guess what we're supposed to infer is that trees are dying and people are unhappy and things are going wrong, although it never honestly looks that way in the game. Everything is lush and everything is beautiful, but we're supposed to believe that we're in a state of decay, and so, just take that with a grain of salt. So Colette goes around and starts praying to these temples and starts to transition into an angel for some reason, because, why not? And so Colette starts losing her humanity, and so there's this big whole ordeal where Colette is losing her ability to feel temperature. She can't feel hot, she can't feel cold, then she can't feel at all, and then she starts getting kidnapped and stuff because she's not herself. She loses her personality, and so she's kind of she's accepted her fate as a sacrifice to this greater good, but I don't think that any of it is really poignant at all, and it just feels so forced, and the character interactions are just pretty bland, and of course you have a larger party at hand, so you have Lloyd, and then you have Colette, and they're kind of a couple, right? They're supposed to be love interests. Then you have the childhood friend Genus, and then Genus's sister Rain, who is also the kids' school teacher. Then they're joined by Kratos, who is a mercenary, so he's basically the leader of the pack, and he takes them around and protects them all because they're all pretty pathetic. Then later on, they're joined by a failed assassin named Sheena, and so Sheena attempts to kill Colette several times because, well, Sheena comes from the alternate world called Tetheala, which is flourishing at the moment, but in order for it to stay that way and not reverse the cycle to where Tetheala will be decaying, Sheena's okay, well, I have this mission, so I'm gonna go kill Colette. She ends up failing 3 times, and then because out of the kindness of everybody's hearts, they're okay, Sheena, we know you're better than that. You can be our friend now. It's cool. No worries. So there's that. Then they meet the Chosen from Tetheala, whose name is Zelos, and although he looks like a lady, he's just a ladies' man. Then there's the girl Presea. Presea is kind of a weird sort of science experiment by the evil doctors in Tetheala, and so basically she is a little girl, but she's actually an older girl. She's 20 something, but she's trapped in a little girl's body, and she has this thing that's made out of human souls, and it basically controls her, and it alters her personality, and she becomes a totally different person. But then we fix that, and then she's okay, but it's no big deal. And so Presea has a sister, and this sister ended up falling in love with this other dude named Regal. And so Regal ended up killing Prezea's sister, who he was romantically involved with. Regal is also in jail. He's a prisoner, and he keeps his hands handcuffed the entire game. And he fights with his feet. And, oh yeah, he's also the president of this really big company, and he, like, knows about mining and shit, and so he's cool, I guess. Oh, and did I forget to mention that Kratos betrays everybody because he's one of the bad guys. And then, oh yeah, Kratos also turns out to be Lloyd's dad. And Lloyd ends up being super special because, right, he's the hero of the game, so he has to be special in some way. And then there's, like, angels coming down trying to, like, kill everybody and merge these two worlds and make them into one, but we don't want that to happen, so I'm not really sure where any of this is going.